Good evening to all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, I know I'm a little late on this. I've been kind of busy, but wanted to finally get around to this. So, three things. I'm going to do my reviews of WWE Royal Rumble 2025. Second, going to do my review of STARDOM Supreme Fight in KORAKUEN 2025. And then I'm going to talk about the newly announced WWE Evolve. I'm actually pretty excited about that. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. But let's go ahead and get started with the reviews. So starting off with WWE Royal Rumble 2025. Of course, this year's Royal Rumble took place at Lucas Oil Stadium this past Saturday, February 1st, in Indianapolis, Indiana. Only had 4 matches, but 2 title matches and then the 2 Royal Rumble matches. So, like I said, didn't expect a big card. It's usually not a big card for Royal Rumble for the past few years, so not surprised there. But let's go ahead and let's get started with the review. First up, started off with the women's Royal Rumble match. Okay, for the women's Royal Rumble match, so I'm going to pretty much read off the order of appearance. I was kind of surprised at the first 2 entrants. Of course, number 1 was Io Sky. Number 2 was Liv Morgan. And, you know, lately they've been kind of going back and forth quite a bit. But yeah, did not expect Io to be number 1. So, thought that was interesting. But anyway, let's run down the list. Io Sky was number 1. Liv Morgan, number 2. Roxanne Perez, former NXT Women's Champion, was number 3. Number 4 was Lyra Valkyria, the current Women's Intercontinental Champion. Number 5 was the Women's United States Champion, Chelsea Green. Let's see, number 6 was B-Fab. 7 was Ivy Nile. 8 was Zoe Stark. 9 was Lash Legend. 10 was Bianca Belair. 11, Shayna Baszler. 12, Bayley. 13, Sonya Deville. 14, Maxine Dupree. Let's see, 15 was Naomi. 16, Jada Parker. So making her Royal Rumble debut. Thought that was pretty cool. Let's see, I think I'm on 17, I believe. Piper Niven. 18, Natalia. 19, Jordan Grace. 20, Michin. 21 was Alexa Bliss. 22 was Zelina Vega. 23, Candice LeRae. In surprising fashion, 24, making her first Royal Rumble, was Stephanie Vaquer. 25 was Trish Stratus. 26 was Raquel Rodriguez. 27, the returning Charlotte Flair. 28, also making her, first Royal Rumble appearance, Julia, the NXT Women's Champion. 29 was Nia Jax. And then number 30 ended up being Nikki Bella. So, kind of an interesting choice for number 30. But those are all 30 women that competed. in the Royal Rumble. I mean, there was a couple of first timers. It was good to see Alexa Bliss is back, which word is she signed a new 5-year contract with WWE. So, hey, welcome back, Alexa Bliss. And like I said, it was really cool to see Stephanie Vaquer and Julia in the Rumble. You know, they haven't really been with WWE, that long, especially, through NXT, and already they have their first Royal Rumbles in the books. So, hey, really good for them. You had a lot of great moments in this match. I will say that there were some good moments. The little moment between Naomi and Jordynne Grace when they hugged, I thought that was really cool. Everybody ganging up on Chelsea Green, wasn't surprised there. It just there was a lot of good moments. So let's go through the eliminations. So B-Fab was the first one that got eliminated. Chelsea eliminated B-Fab. Then Ivy Nile eliminated Lyra Valkyria. I was kind of bummed about that. I was hoping Lyra would have lasted longer. Maxine Dupree eliminated Ivy Nile. And pretty much Pure Fusion Collective, the combination of Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, and Sonya Deville eliminated Maxine. Both the women's tag champs, Bianca and Naomi, eliminated Zoe. Then Bayley eliminated Shayna Baszler, and Io eliminated Sonya Deville. Pretty much all of those were at the same time. Let's see. Then Chelsea eliminated Lash Legend. Piper accidentally eliminates Chelsea Green. Jordynne Grace eliminated Jada Parker. Let's see. Liv Morgan eliminated Natalya. And then she eliminated Alexa Bliss. Charlotte Flair eliminated Michin. And then eliminated Piper Niven. So 2 back-to-back eliminations. Julia even got an elimination. She eliminated Jordynne Grace. So I thought that was pretty cool. Nia Jax eliminated Zelina Vega. Trish got an elimination. She eliminated Candice LeRae. Then Nia eliminated Trish. And then they just gave Nia the bag here, as she pretty much eliminated Io Sky, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez pretty much all at once, which the way they did it looked really cheesy. So, and it was really a bummer to see Io go out like that, and I know that was a lot of people's favorites to win the Rumble, was Io Sky, but just the way that she got eliminated was just really cheesy. Let's see. Roxanne Perez eliminated Julia. Nikki Bella eliminated Bayley, and then she got eliminated by Nia Jax. So Nikki Bella eliminated Bayley, and then Nia Jax eliminated Nikki Bella. So the final 3 came down to Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, and Roxanne Perez. That was not the final 3 that I was expecting. Definitely not the final 3 I was expecting. And then Charlotte Flair eliminated Nia Jax and then eliminated Roxanne Perez. And there you have it. After being gone for a year and a half, Charlotte Flair comes back and becomes the first ever 2-time Women's Royal Rumble winner. Yeah. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. It was a bummer. Because, just returning. Her first match returning, and she wins the Royal Rumble. It's kind of crazy. But, yeah. Charlotte Flair is your first 2-time Women's Royal Rumble winner. And now she gets to pick either Tiffany Stratton or Rhea Ripley. And even earlier on Raw, she even mentioned Julia. So, I mean, there is still that possibility that she could pick Julia. I don't think it's going to happen. If you ask me, I mean, there was a confrontation on Raw between Rhea and Charlotte, which they do have history. And of course, Charlotte has beaten Rhea at WrestleMania. That's how she won the NXT title from Rhea. And then, Rhea beat Charlotte and won the women's championship from her, so there's history there. And I know there's a lot of talk about the idea of Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. I think that's still a big possibility. But we'll have to see how things develop. But, it's kind of a bummer. But at the same time, I do think that Charlotte is going to eventually get pushed to win another women's championship and eventually surpass her father, Ric Flair. So, but yeah, Charlotte Flair, you're winner of the 2025 Royal Rumble, Women's Royal Rumble. Alrighty, let's go to our next match. The first of 2 championship matches. Alrighty. We had a 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. As the champions, DIY as Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano defend against Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns. And like I said, I'm very happy and proud for my favorite tag team of all time, the Motor City Machine Guns, getting their first WWE PLE with the Royal Rumble. So, very happy that they got this opportunity, a championship match. Very happy for them. It was a good match. It was a solid match. I like both teams. I've met both teams. So, I knew this was going to be a good match. I wish it could have been a little longer, but I can understand why not because of the length of the Royal Rumble matches. But, it was a good, solid match for the most part. A very smart strategy on how DIY got the first fall. There's the fake tag where Gargano pulled back, and Ciampa was able to catch Alex Shelley with a jumping knee strike and then pin him for the 1-2-3. So DIY got the first fall. But then the Guns came back, evened it up as they took out Johnny Gargano with a skull and bones. Shelley pinned Gargano for the 1-2-3. Bam! Motor City Machine Guns tied up 1-1. And then, when it came down to the final pinfall, the Street Profits ended up interfering, attacking the Motor City Machine Guns as the ref was distracted. DIY took advantage, hit Alex Shelley with meat in the middle. Ciampa makes the pin, 1-2-3. DIY retains the tag titles 2-1 in this match. But then afterwards, the Street Profits attack DIY. And they make it plain and clear that they want those tag team championships. So, yeah. Street Profits attacking both Motor City Machine Guns and DIY. So, we'll see what that leads to. Who knows, maybe some triple threat action. But, yeah. Street Profits have definitely showed that they want to be the next tag champs. So, there we go. Alrighty, let's move on to our last championship match of the card. Alrighty, we had ourselves a ladder match for the Undisputed WWE Championship as the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes defended against Kevin Owens. this was a pretty brutal match, especially for Kevin Owens. I mean, it was definitely back and forth for a good bit, but man, I really, really feel for Kevin Owens. Like, he got brutalized, especially near the end. I mean, you know, seeing him get busted open from getting his face and head smashed into the announce table by Cody Rhodes. I mean, they had a good number of ladder spots. And seeing Cody hit that really devastating Alabama slam through the ladder. I mean, Kevin Owens, he got jacked up. He got really jacked up. And yeah, once Cody did that, it was pretty much smooth sailing for him to get back in the ring, climb up the ladder, and take down the belts. Which, you know, he had his title and the Winged Eagle title as well. So, but yeah, Cody retains. But man, Kevin Owens got jacked up. And then quite an ending to Monday Night Raw earlier tonight as Kevin Owens showed up after the CM Punk, Sami Zayn Elimination Chamber qualifier, which Punk won, and KO ended up attacking Sami Zayn and then hitting him with a package pile driver. So, yeah. But, it was just really interesting, you know, just seeing Kevin Owens come back and attack, you know, his best friend, which they're bringing that angle back, so it'll be interesting to see what they do there. But yeah, Cody Rhodes retained at Royal Rumble, but man, I hope Kevin Owens is alright. I mean, he seems like it, but man, he got jacked up. He got jacked up. Okay, and then the main event of the Royal Rumble 2025 came down to the men's Royal Rumble match. Finishing it off with the men. Okay, now for the men, it was actually quite interesting. Very interesting. So, your first two competitors. Number one, Rey Mysterio, who has won a Royal Rumble. Number two was Penta. Wow, quite a way to start this one off with Rey Mysterio and Penta as your first two competitors. So, I thought that was really interesting. But, you know, some nice moments there between Rey Mysterio and Penta. And I do hope they have a singles match against each other at some point. But anyway, let's go over the order. So first was, number one was Rey Mysterio. Number two was Penta. Number three was Chad Gable. Number four, Carmelo Hayes. 5 was Santos Escobar. 6 was Otis. 7 was Braun Breaker. 8, well, technically 8 was supposed to be Akira Tozawa, but he got attacked and then pretty much replaced by ISHO Speed, which I'll get more into that in a little bit. Number 9 was Sheamus. Number 10 was Jimmy Uso. 11 was Andrade. 12 was Jacob Fatu. 13, Ludwig Kaiser. 14, The Miz. 15 was Joe Hendry. That's right. TNA World Champion Joe Hendry was number 15. 16 was Roman Reigns. Let's see. 17 was Drew McIntyre. 18, Finn Balor. 19, Shinsuke Nakamura. 20 was Jey Uso. 21 was AJ Styles. 22, Braun Strowman. 23, John Cena. 24 was CM Punk. 25 was Seth freaking Rollins. 26 was Dominic Mysterio. 27, Sami Zayn. 28, Damian Priest. 29, L.A. Knight. And then 30, ugh. Number 30 ended up being Logan Paul. Yeah. So, yeah. But, you know, let's go over some of what happened. Like I said, at number 8, it was originally supposed to be Akira Tozawa. But he ended up getting attacked. I believe it was Carmelo Hayes that attacked him because he got eliminated. But then he got replaced by IShowSpeed. Like, Triple H called an audible and was like, Speed, you're in the Rumble, go. Because he was backstage. So, out with Akira Tozawa before he even had a chance to get to the ring. And was replaced by IShowSpeed. But yeah. Let's get into the order of eliminations. So actually, speaking of Carmelo Hayes, he was actually the first one to get eliminated. As Braun Breaker eliminated him. And then Braun Breaker eliminated Santos Escobar. Like, one after the other. And then IShowSpeed came in. Showed off his athleticism. Even did a nice little backflip. And then he got... Well, actually, before that, Braun Breaker and IShowSpeed together eliminated Otis. And then, you know, IShowSpeed was kind of celebrating, and then that's when he did the backflip. And then Braun Breaker just demolished IShowSpeed with a devastating spear. I mean, his whole body just snapped when he got hit with that spear. It was nasty. And then afterwards, Braun Breaker eliminated IShowSpeed. So, Braun Breaker just on a roll there. And then Jacob Fatu started getting going as Jacob Fatu eliminated Chad Gable, Rey Mysterio, and Andrade. Just one after the other. Penta eliminated Ludwig Kaiser. Roman Reigns eliminated both The Miz and Sheamus. Pretty much one after the other. Then Roman Reigns eliminated Joe Hendry, which a lot of people were pissed about. And then Roman eliminates Braun Breaker, despite getting hit by Braun's spear. Was going to toss him out, and Roman then just tossed him out. So he pretty much kind of no-sold Braun's spear. But yeah, Roman Reigns eliminated Braun Breaker. Jacob Fatu eliminated Jimmy Uso. Finn Balor eliminated Penta. Jey Uso eliminated Shinsuke Nakamura. Braun Strowman eliminated Jacob Fatu, which I expect there to be a little rivalry continued there. John Cena eliminated both Braun Strowman and Finn Balor. Let's see. Damian Priest eliminated Dominic Mysterio. Jey Uso eliminated Sami Zayn. Kind of, sort of accidentally, but I mean, come on now. It's every man for himself. Damian Priest then eliminated Drew McIntyre. LA Knight eliminated Damian Priest. AJ Styles eliminated LA Knight. And then Logan Paul eliminated AJ Styles. CM Punk eliminated, and this was, oh man, this generated a lot of heat. CM Punk eliminated both Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, which I thought it was executed very well. But then Logan Paul eliminated CM Punk. So it all came down to the final three of Logan Paul, John Cena, and Jey Uso. Cena eliminated Logan Paul, so it came down to Jey Uso and John Cena. And to the shock of many, I would imagine, including myself, Jey Uso eliminates John Cena, and Jey Uso wins the Men's Royal Rumble. I don't know how I feel about that, y'all. I gotta keep it real with you. I don't know how I feel about that. Because my thing is, okay, with that being said, he has the right to challenge either Gunther, Cody Rhodes, or I guess if he really wanted to, Obafemi, which I don't think he's going to do Obafemi. But, I mean, which it seems like the way things are looking, he's going to go after Gunther again. And it's like, oh my God, this dude has wrestled Gunther already for the title, and even matches before that. I mean, this would be like the fourth or fifth time. Like, do we really need Jey Uso versus Gunther again? And now at WrestleMania? We gotta remember, this was the same Jey Uso that wrestled at last year's WrestleMania one-on-one against his brother, Jimmy Uso, and that was a trash match. So, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't buy the hype of main event Jey Uso. I don't. I really don't. I mean, the dude, all the guy has is just a super kick and a spear and a Uso splash. That's all he has. Let's keep it real, y'all. That's all he has. And really, you could kind of say the same about his brother, Jimmy. Like, do y'all really want someone with not much of a repertoire win the big one at WrestleMania? Don't get me wrong, I don't dislike Jey Uso. I like the Usos, especially as a tag team. They're one of the best tag teams in the WWE. But, like, I don't mind them doing their own separate things. I don't mind that. But just, of all people to win the Royal Rumble, Jey Uso? Not only that, eliminating John Cena. I don't really buy the hype right now. I'm not saying that can't change later, but I don't buy the hype. I really don't. And it's like, I highly doubt that he's going to choose Cody. I'm pretty sure we're going to get Gunther versus Jey Uso again at WrestleMania. You know, and it's just, I really don't want to see that match again for like the fourth or fifth time. So, I don't know. The Royal Rumble, I mean, I'm happy for the folks that were in the Royal Rumble, but the Royal Rumble just, what really made it sour for me was just the winners. I mean, Charlotte Flair and Jey Uso? Like, ugh. I mean, seriously? Oh well. Guess it is what it is. It's just, yeah. Yeah, I don't get that. But anyway, before going into Stardom, so it was announced WWE Evolve. That's right, WWE Evolve, because remember, they ended up not only buying Evolve, which used to be its own promotion, which I've been to 2 or 3 Evolve shows, I believe 3, but Evolve was a great promotion, really great promotion. You know, that's how I discovered talent like, you know, the Workhorsemen, Austin Theory, who else? Josh Briggs, Shotzi. You know, that's how I discovered them. You know? So, I was definitely very intrigued when they made this announcement about WWE Evolve. And it's going to take place, it premieres March 5th, exclusively on Tubi. with a new episode every Wednesday. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. And Tubi, Tubi's a streaming service. Pretty much it's a free streaming service. I've used Tubi before. Every now and then they have, some pretty interesting movies and such on there. And, they got TV series as well. So it's not bad. But yeah, you can get a free account, and I don't know if they have like a premium version or whatnot, or a premium. I know they kind of refresh the lineup of titles, like I guess monthly or seasonally. I don't know, but I've used Tubi a couple of times. It's not bad. I do believe they have ads though, so I don't know. Maybe they have a premium where you don't have to worry about ads. And like I said, they have an app as well. But yeah, that's where WWE Evolve will be showcased. And, it's going to showcase, and even in the trailer that I saw, I mean, I had some of the NXT talent on there, but I think it's going to have more focus on the young talent, and I think it's going to have a focus on the WWE ID prospect talent as well. I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it. I do look forward to checking it out, and I'll try to keep up with it as best as I can. But I even saw in the trailer Jackson Drake was in there, which I've known through DPWs from North Carolina, I believe. But yeah, so I'm actually looking forward to checking it out. So yeah, WWE Evolve. It's very exciting. So looking forward to it. Alrighty. Let's switch gears to World Wonder Ring Stardom. Yes, yes, yes. So, we had Stardom, Supreme Fight, and KORAKUEN 2025. That's right. This show took place, this was February 2nd at KORAKUEN Hall. We had a good handful of matches. We had 2 title matches. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's get started. First match. This was pretty much a pre-show match, and I guess kind of an exhibition. We had a one-on-one match between the new rookies Akira, Kurogane, and Yuria, Hime. To be honest, I really felt like Akira Kurogane was better in this match, but definitely later on in the match, Yuria Hime really started to pick up more of the offense. But it was definitely back and forth. But I felt like Akira Kurogane definitely looked the stronger between these two. But like I said, they're rookies, so plenty of room for growth on both ends. This ended up going to a time limit draw, which I believe the match was only a 5-minute time limit. So it might as well have been an exhibition. So I'm kind of bummed that it came to a time limit draw. I really would have liked to see a definitive winner between these two, but I guess not quite yet. So, but hopefully they continue to get showcased and they continue to grow. And yeah, so far I like Akira Kurogane. I like what I've seen from her. So hey, we'll see how it goes. Alrighty, let's go to the next match. Here, let me get the graphic up. Here we go. Alright, next match. Alrighty. We had a 8-women tag match. Had a showdown between Empress Nexus Venus and H.A.T.E. So representing Empress Nexus Venus, we had Maika, Mina Shirakawa, and the New Blood Tag Team Champs, Ricer Bread of HANAKO and Waka Tsukiyama, taking on H.A.T.E, made up of Momo Watanabe, Thekla, Azusa Inaba, and Rina. Match was very chaotic. Maika was trying to, offered a handshake to Thekla. Looked like she was going for it. Then the rest of H.A.T E attacked Empress Nexus Venus. And then it was just a very chaotic match from the start. I mean, it went to the outside of the ring, like spilled out into the crowd. This was a very chaotic match. And I felt like H.A.T E got the preemptive strike early and kind of maintained that for a bit. But Empress Nexus Venus started to make some comebacks with their offense. And, like I said, this was a very intense back and forth match between these two units. But as Maika started to really let up and just tried to get Thekla to remember, because, after all, they were in Donna Del Mundo together. But Thekla wasn't buying that. And then eventually, when it came down to it, Thekla was able to put away Maika. She hit that. I don't know what that DDT is called. I might as well just call it the toxic DDT because she's a toxic spider. But Thekla hit Maika with that double arm twisting DDT. Pinned her for the 1-2-3. And H.A.T E picks up the victory in this match. And that was pretty big. Thekla pinning Maika. When was the last time y'all saw Thekla get the pin for the win? It's been a while. So, thought that was pretty interesting. But H.A.T E are your winners. Alrighty. Let's go to our next match. Alright. Okay, so originally this was supposed to be a three-way match between Mei, Sarah, Hina, and Ryan. But due to Matoi, Hamambe, and Sayaida injured and not being on the card, this was one of the matches that they had to kind of change up. So this ended up being a tag match. So we ended up getting high-speed champion Mei Sarah teaming up with Ryan to take on God's Eye of Hina and Lady C. So this ended up turning into a regular tag match. So just a FYI. Good match for the most part, but I felt like God's Eye was really in control throughout the match, especially with the offense they had on Ryan. But you know what? Mei Sarah definitely carried her team. Definitely carried her team with how she took out both Hina and Lady C. Mei Sarah's a high-speed specialist, and she does it really well. But it was obvious she carried her team. But it wasn't quite enough to put away God's Eye. Ryan made a great effort. But Hina puts away Ryan with a jackhammer and pinned her for the 1-2-3. So, God's Eye with the victory. Hina and Lady C. But, pretty good match. Pretty good match. Okay. Let's go to our next match, and this was pretty entertaining. One of my favorites. Alrighty. We had the Kuma Contra singles match between Koguma and Rana Yagami. Now, of course, the way this works, if Rana Yagami won this match, then she would never have to do the Kuma, nor will Koguma ever try to force her or get her or tease her into doing the Kuma. The Kuma. But if Koguma wins, then Rana Yagami has to do the Kuma on the spot. That's the deal. That's the stipulation with this match. And there were so many times, especially throughout the beginning and middle of this match, where Koguma was trying her best to get Rana Yagami to do the Kuma. And Shuri was ringside, and she gave Rana Yagami that look. She pretty much that, don't you freaking do it. Don't you do it. Look, I mean, Shuri was like, don't you freaking do it. And then all the fans in the crowd were trying to encourage her, and just, she even went against the crowd. I thought that was really funny. It was so funny. Just Shuri and her whole demeanor. It was so funny. But Koguma and Rana Yagami, they had a good match. They had a really good match. Definitely back and forth. And a great showing from Rana Yagami. I mean, I know Koguma at one point, forced her to do the Kuma, from the camel clutch position. But still, Rana Yagami put up a really good fight. But the high-speed genius, the little bear herself, Koguma, was able to put away Rana Yagami, hitting a diving splash off the top turnbuckle, and then pinning her for the 1, 2, 3. Koguma gets the win, and therefore Rana Yagami has to do the Kuma, which she was hesitant and reluctant at first, but she did eventually do the Kuma, and Shuri just broke down. She broke down, pretty much curled up into the fetal position. It was so funny. Like, seeing Shuri's reaction, and then she got up and just ran out of there, with her hands on her ears and all that. Just, that was so funny. That was really funny. And, good match, and just a funny segment. Really funny segment. But I do think the next task for Koguma is to some way, somehow get Shuri to do the Kuma. Which, good luck with that. That's all I'm going to say. Alrighty, let's move on to our next match. Here we go. Alright, so H.A.T E, once again in action. This time, we got trios action. So we had H.A.T E versus Cosmic Angels this time. So for Cosmic Angels, we had the trio of Sayaka Kurara, Aya Sakura, and Yuna Mizumori. And they took on H.A.T.'s Natsuko Tora, Fukiken Death, and Ruaka. Overall, pretty decent match. I really loved the offense that I saw from Cosmic Angels, to be honest with you. I really like what I've been seeing out of Aya Sakura. That's one member of Cosmic Angels I've really been keeping an eye on. I really liked how they showcased her. And same thing with Sayaka Kurara. But I really had my extra eye on Aya Sakura. Especially when, she went through the gear change. And just the way that she looks now. So much cooler, so much better than when she wore all the pink. So, definitely like what I've been seeing out of Aya Sakura. But, Cosmic Angels, they look good. But H.A.T E ended up pulling away with this one as Fukiken Death pinned Yuna Mizumori with the O'Connor roll for the 1, 2, 3. And then once again, H.A.T E. 2 matches that H.A.T E have won on this card so far. So, a lot of momentum. A lot of momentum for H.A.T E. Alrighty, let's go to our next match. Here we go. Okay, now, originally, this was supposed to be a 10-woman tag match, but due to the fact that Motoi Hamambe is out indefinitely Don't know when she will return. Hopefully the sooner the better. May she get well soon. Same thing for Saya. This ended up turning into an 8-women tag match, and it was just straight up Stars versus God's Eye. So for Stars, you had Mayu Iwatani, Momo Kogo, Hazuki, and Hanan, and they took on God's Eye of Shuri, Saki Kashima, Tomoka Inaba, and Kyoka Kotatsu. Because remember, Lady C, she teamed up with Hina in the third match. This was a great match. This was definitely a great match. You know, seeing these two units go head to head was a lot of fun. Definitely went back and forth. I really loved what I saw. Combinations with Tomoka Inaba and Kyoka Kotatsu. I think you could definitely do a team up of them. But of course, you know, I love Karate Brave, which is Shuri and Tomoka Inaba. Hopefully they bring that back. But this match was a lot of fun. Momo Kogo did her thing, did some high flying. You know, overall this was a very action-packed match. Very action-packed match. Shuri ended up getting the victory for her team as she was able to submit Momo Kogo with the Byakko for the victory. And as God's Eye stands in victory with their hands raised, H.A.T.E attacks, and a returning Konami attacks Shuri, and just H.A.T.E starts swarming on God's Eye. Even had kind of a scrap between Kyoka and Konami, because remember, Kyoka, you know, at Stardom Dream Queendom, came in for the save for God's Eye and sided with Shuri. So Konami and Kyoka had a moment, and then Shuri and Konami had a moment. But it's good to see Konami's back. Looks like she's good and ready to compete again. And I think Shuri and Konami pick up from where they last left off. So should get intense. Should be good. But welcome back, Konami. Alrighty, y'all ready for some championship matches? Before we do, shout out to Ami Sourei, who was on special guest commentary for this entire show. Alright, here we go. Alrighty. So we had 2 title matches on this card. First one, we had the Artists of Stardom Trios Championships on the line. As the champions of Cosmic Angels, Tam Nakano, Saori Ano, and Natsupoi defended against Neo Genesis, Starlight Kid, Azumi, and Miyu Amasaki. Now, Neo Genesis won this opportunity because they won the New Year Unit League tournament. And because of that, they got to choose a title to go after. Artists of Stardom Trios was one of them. Great match. Great match between both of these units. Definitely went back and forth. Was pretty intense. A lot of double teams, a lot of triple teams. It was definitely a lot of fun. Really could have gone either way with just like the fast-paced, non-stop action in this match. But Azumi shows up in a big way. First off, hitting that double underhook flipping Canadian Destroyer on Saori Anu, and then pinning her with the Azumi Sushi for the 1-2-3. And Neo Genesis, Azumi, Starlight Kid, Miyu Amasaki are now your new Artists of Stardom Trios champions. And both Starlight Kid and Miyu Amasaki are now double champions. Because remember, Miyu Amasaki is also the Future of Stardom champion. Starlight Kid is the Wonder of Stardom champion. Now, they had made a claim that they want Neo Genesis to each member to have a title. And right now, every member has a title. Of course, except Suzu Suzuki. But, speaking of Suzu Suzuki, this leads to our main event. That's right. The World of Stardom Championship on the line in the main event as the champion, Saya Kamitani from H.A.T.E, defended against Neo Genesis Suzu Suzuki. Now, this is familiar territory for Suzu. This isn't the first time she's challenged for this title. This match was a slobber knocker, as good old JR would say. This went back and forth. This was hard hitting from both ladies. And it was crazy seeing both of these ladies trade Poison Ranas. I thought that was pretty sick. You know, Saya doing a Poison Rana and then Suzu doing a Poison Rana. So, this was a pretty sick, hard-hitting match between both of these ladies. This was a lot of fun. A very enjoyable main event. And it looked like for a moment, Suzu was going to try to go for that Sky Twister press because she got on the turnbuckle. You know, remember, the Sky Twister press, that's how she won the 5-Star Grand Prix 2 years ago. So yeah, this was definitely back and forth, hard hitting. But Saya Kamitani would get the last laugh as she pinned Suzu with a Star Crusher for the 1, 2, 3. Saya Kamitani, still your World of Stardom champion. And then we had an interesting segment. We had a very interesting segment after all that. Tam Nakano shows up. She wants a shot. She wants a rematch. She wants an opportunity to win back the World of Stardom Championship. But apparently there's a catch. So Sayaka Kurara gets into the ring as well. And, you know, we had like a segment which eventually led to Sayaka Kurara spearing Saya Kamitani. But looks like Tam Nakano is going to get her title shot. But the stipulation is if Tam Nakano loses, then not only does Saya Kamitani retain the title, but she will get Sayaka Kurara. Which pretty much means she would be leaving Cosmic Angels to join H.A.T E. But Sayaka Kurara has encouraged Tam Nakano to trust me. Not going to let that happen, trust me. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. She could end up being easy pickings to go to H.A.T E. Just saying, we all know what Tam Nakano sees in Sayaka Kurara, and we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. But overall good show. Overall, pretty good show. But yeah, overall good show. Now, there's one thing I will say, because I was talking to a friend of mine just about we were talking about Julia. And my thing is this. Ever since Julia's come to NXT, you know, she's been booked like a star. I mean, it didn't take her long for her to not only get her first Royal Rumble entrance, but she won the NXT Women's Championship in like, what, 5 matches? Or less? I think she won it on the 3rd, maybe 4th match? Like, Julia will be fine in the WWE. Same thing with Stephanie Akira. You know? And it's like, I know there's been a lot of folks, a lot of fans out there that complain about how Joshis are booked in WWE. And my thing is this. To be honest, really the only one that they've dropped the ball with was Sari. I mean, they did well with Asuka. They did well with Io. They did well with Kairi. Main roster could be better, but there's still an opportunity that can change. But that's my thing. And it's funny. It's funny how a lot of fans out there complain about how the Joshis are booked in WWE. But let me bring this up and ask y'all something. Folks are so quick to complain about that, but how come no one has ever said a word about the fact that Stardom has never crowned an American-born World of Stardom champion? Explain that. Explain that. They had no problem putting the Wonder of Stardom Championship on Santana Garrett, who's American-born. Oh, but that was Rossi's Stardom and whatnot. No. I don't want to hear any excuses. Not only did Santana Garrett hold the Wonder of Stardom Championship, she held it for 174 days, and she had 10 defenses, which only 2 of those were in a Stardom ring. All the other defenses were on indie promotions and whatnot. I'm sorry, but there is no excuse why Stardom couldn't have had at least one American-born World of Stardom champion to this day. No excuse. No excuse. So somebody explain that. I'm just saying. If we're going to play that card and talk about, oh, the Joshis get booked badly in WWE, how come? Because we got to remember, World Wonder Ring Stardom was established in 2010. Here it is 2025. And you mean to tell me they haven't had one American-born World of Stardom champion? Nah, I don't want to hear any excuses. And talking about, oh, but, Santana Garrett was there for a while and whatnot. It's funny, she was there for a while, but yet, during her 174 Wonder of Stardom Championship reign, only 2 of those defenses, including the one that she lost the title, only 2 of those were in a Stardom ring. And she had 10 defenses. I'm just saying, nobody talks about stuff like this. I have yet to hear anybody say a word about this. I'm just saying. I'm going to let y'all go and marinate on that. Y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions and whatnot. Let me know how y'all feel about that. But I just had to throw that out there. But it's at the point where it's getting annoying. So many people want to say, oh, Joshis aren't booked well on WWE or whatnot. But yet, nobody want to say anything about Stardom and the fact that they have yet to book an American-born World of Stardom champion. Just saying. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know your comments, your thoughts. What did y'all think of WWE Royal Rumble 2025? How do y'all feel about the Royal Rumble winners? Charlotte Flair, Jey Uso. Let me know what you thought about the Stardom Supreme fight in Korakuen Hall show. And are y'all excited for WWE Evolve? And how do y'all feel about the fact that we've never had an American World of Stardom champion? Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Well, it's been another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube the Tube. My name is Jason Ingram. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of their evening, and I will see you on the next video and our live stream. Peace.